Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is so good to see you. In today's video we are going to be doing some more fall decorating. I am so behind, but I have a 7-month-old who just had a tooth break through the surface, so he has been needing a little bit more of my attention. So you know what, we'll get it done when we get it done. Even if I get it done by the time that it's time to take it down and put Christmas up, then that's okay. We're not going to stress about things, you know, like that. But I do want to make my home cozy because we will host Thanksgiving here at our house with our small family, and this is my baby's first Thanksgiving, so I do want to decorate. I do want to make the home cozy and inviting. So the decorating that we're going to be doing is in the kitchen, and I'm going to show you all of that here in just a moment. I want to get our roast going in the crock pot as well. I had surgery 2 months ago, and my husband had to take 3 weeks off from work because it was major surgery and I couldn't lift anything over 10 pounds, so he had to take care of our son. Our church took up an offering for us, and then Loretta blessed us with money. I mean, we just felt so incredibly loved and, you know, covered in prayer during this time. But also one of our dear friends who's so incredibly sweet to us put together a box, and she put a roast in there. They have their own cattle. She put a roast in there. She put like 3 or 4 pounds of ground beef, potatoes from their garden, eggs from their chickens. I mean, it was just like such a blessing to receive this box of food. So this is where this roast has come from, and so I am very excited to put that in the crock pot and cook it on low. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that going, and I hope you're here for it. Either hang out and be a friend, or maybe this will give you some decorating ideas. If you don't have your decorations done yet, hey, don't worry about it. We'll get it done when we get it done. I went ahead and unwrapped the roast, so I have it sitting here and ready to be prepared. So the way that I prepare a roast is I just take a paper towel and I just blot the top of it to try to get some of the moisture off of it. And then I take salt and I'm going to pretty heavily salt it because I'm not going to be using any garlic or onion powder or any other kind of seasoning besides salt, because I don't want that to burn on the top of the roast. So I'm just going to flip the other side over and I'm just going to pat it, and I'm going to put salt on it as well. And this is a shoulder roast, so it does have a bone in the middle. By the way, the camera is wobbly here because my baby, he was right behind me. He has discovered how to open up these cabinet doors, which we have all of the baby proof and stuff. We just haven't put any of that out just yet. He can't actually get inside and get anything, but he's really enjoying opening the doors. But I put a little bit of oil in my cast iron pan, and I waited until that got super hot, and then we're just going to drop the roast in there, and I set a timer for 3 minutes. I put this rug here so he can't roll over it while I'm cooking, you know, or searing something. So I will move it and you can come in here, but I have to cook this first. It's too hot for the baby. Okay, you trust me? Hang out for a little bit and then you will have free range again soon. Next, I'm going to spray the crock pot, and then I'm going to go ahead and prepare my seasoning, this is just the McCormick slow cooker pot roast seasoning. McCormick brand seems to be a really good brand. We really enjoy most of their seasonings. Actually, I don't think there's anything we've ever tried that we didn't like, but we also have spring water, so we put them into these jugs. It's a weird process, but I will show you how we actually get our water sometime, because I have mentioned that several times. I am going to sear it on all sides. You know, that sear, it just locks in some extra flavor. And you don't have to sear it, of course, but it does make it a little bit more delicious. And then those drippings, also, you can pour those into your crock pot. Now, I didn't put an onion because my husband is actually a really picky eater. And if he sees the onion, he doesn't want it. I had just a few little carrots, so I put those in there. And then I also like to put celery in there, but I didn't have any of that as well. Here is all of the leftover fall decorations that we didn't use in the living room. As you can see, I still have quite the abundance. I have bows, and I have pumpkins, and I have signs, and I have florals, and you name it. And down here, I've got like 3 or 4 different wreaths. I have just been collecting stuff for quite some time, so I do have quite the collection. And I am going to go through and get rid of, at least a tote full of things by the end of this, because there's certain things that I'm not going to be using. But here's the before. We're going to be working on these shelves today. I just want to put a little bit of something there. I did want to go ahead and go through all of my wax melts because I wanted to put some scents in, and just get the ambiance or the vibe kind of going, get in the mood to decorate. And I am starting to steer away from wax melts, just because, okay, so I've read a different article saying that it affects your hormones and stuff, and so it's actually toxic for you to breathe all of this in. So I have started to steer away from the wax melts, but I always love wax melts. They're my favorite, especially the Scentsy brand. But here's the one that I went with. I went with Fallen Leaves, and that one, it just comes from Walmart. And these are the 3 that I decided that I am going to part with. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in, and let's get the good smells going, and then we'll just start decorating. I just have to play around with it. It takes me a little while just to move things around. I don't want to put a ton of stuff out this year. I want it to be a little bit more simple, so we'll see what we come up with. But this basket right there, that is where I keep my medications. And then the basket below that, it is my husband's thing. So he didn't have a basket here, and he said, why can't I have a little section on the shelves for my medicine and my cups and my things? And I was like, okay, you can, but it has to be a cute basket. So I picked it out, and then, so now he has a little spot to put his things as well. But I'm going to take everything off, wipe it down, and then we'll start putting some decorations up. So these jelly jars, they're blackberry jelly, and my mother-in-law canned these probably like, I don't know, 2 years ago, and they were so delicious. And unfortunately, the last two that we have opened, they have gone bad, and we actually have, I don't know how many more jars. I would say at least 12 more jars at her house, and so I decided to take those off the shelf. I just had them sitting there because, I'm wanting to go through them and see if there are any that are still good that we could use. I am going to hopefully by next year do some more canning. This year we took a break just because we had a baby, a big life change, and we just weren't in the position to do that. But next year we for sure are going to have to can green beans if we don't can anything else. We did end up getting a lot of potatoes. I think it was something around like 200 pounds of potatoes, and they're in the cellar, so we'll be good on potatoes for the whole family for all of the winter and through the spring probably as well. But I just have to keep moving stuff around, place it here, place it there. That little glass, I don't know what you would call that, a cake pan. I usually put cookies or something like that if they're on the right hand side. That was my mother-in-law's. I have collected quite a few things from people, that have passed away, whether that be my grandmother or whoever. And I tend to love those types of decorations more than I like something brand new or something off a shelf from Hobby Lobby. I like that it belonged to someone I love. And every time that I put it out, or display it, I think of them. Okay, so that was option number 1. And now let's go for option number 2, which I like option number 2 better than I did number 1. It has pine cones on this wreath. And then here is option number 3. So this bow, it did not go on this wreath, but I thought that I would try it out. Maybe it would be pretty. Not only is it fall colors, but it's also orange and white. And I am from Tennessee. That's where we live. So that is our colors as well. So I love anything checkered, but especially orange and white checkered. Actually, that little outfit that I showed you guys maybe like 3 videos back, the baby wore that to church on Sunday, and I got his little picture made in it, and he was such a doll baby, which I shared that on Instagram. I have been trying to share more on Instagram, and so thank you for everybody who is there with me there. I share a lot of pictures and different stuff. I'm not that great at it, but at least I'm putting in an effort, and I am trying more these days. My little sweetie, he needed to be held. He needed to be in the action for a little bit, and that's okay. I just wanted to start cleaning all of this up so we could get the countertops and everything made, and or not made, but cleaned up. That way we would be ready to eat some dinner.
I was never the one to write up a song for just anyone. I was always the one to find myself lost in old conversations. Cause I've always been told that things will unfold if you keep on waiting. But then you came along and proved me all wrong. I was so mistaken. Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby. I was never the one to give up the ghost. No, I was so stuck. I kept on playing my part, wanting to give up cause nothing was changing. But with you it's so clear, and now that you're here I see colors in every spectrum. Guess I finally learned my lesson. Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby. myself, and I'm thinking out loud. We won't need nothing else for the rest of our time, and I know it so well. I will always be by your side. 'Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby. All the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby.
I'll have you to know that this meal actually won me a hip and lower back massage because it was so good. That's what I said. You could repay me with a hip and back massage, but it really was. It was absolutely delicious. I made some homemade mashed potatoes with potatoes from our garden. Those green beans are from our garden. And yeah, this was just the perfect amount. I wasn't overly stuffed, but I was very satisfied, and every single bite was absolutely delicious. So next, I am going to just decorate the table. I actually have 2 or 3 tablecloths and table runners, but this is the one that I decided to go with. And this vase, now I thrifted it, and I'm not sure about those florals and the little pick that's in it, but more than likely I got it from a yard sale or I thrifted it. Now I know that those salt and pepper shakers right there, I got those from the Dollar General a couple years ago. And they were on clearance. I'm pretty sure that's where I got those. I think I remember seeing them this year, but I wanted to move the table up just a little bit. And I did take the leaf out of the middle of the table, but Arthur comes through here with his walker. So I've got it scooted a little bit more to the right. That way he has free range and he can, move through here freely. You should see him take off in that walker. I'll have to show it to you, but so many of you were so shocked when you seen him in it. I'm telling you, he can follow me from the bathroom to the kitchen. He can really take off in that walker. It's quite amazing to see. He is really almost mastering sitting up. We're not completely there yet. He still, needs pillows around him and needs assistance just to make sure that he doesn't fall, and get hurt. But it's just amazing how every single day there's something new. Like, he is trying his hardest to crawl right now. He can get up on both knees and push with his little legs and get his hind end all the way up, but he hasn't quite figured out like his arm strength and how to get his stomach and his core up off the ground. But the leg part, he has got that mastered, which I am in no hurry whatsoever. I want that baby to stay little forever because I love it so much. But I'm using the Mr. Clean to mop the floors. I'm not doing it perfect because I am mopping the floors more these days just because it's easier for him to do the walker barefoot without any socks on so he can gain more traction. So I just run the mop over the floors, at least every other day. I would love to have some sort of like fancy floor cleaner, but I don't have anything like that. So if anybody wants to sponsor me and send me something like that, hit me up because I would love to try it out. And I don't really know where to start or what to look for. So if you got a good one, hit me up. My email is in the description and I would be glad to review that and try it out. It would be actually a privilege. But yeah, I'm just going to run the mop over it just in the main areas where he is going to be, walking, so we can try to keep it clean for his little feet. And I'm going to put the rug back down, and then this was on my calendar. To everything there is a season, a time for every purpose under heaven, and that's in Ecclesiastes. And I love that we have a new season approaching. To me, it just feels like this is a chance for renewal, a fresh start, just to cozy up and do some inner work, some therapy, and, just work on my health and just various things. And hopefully I'm going to share a lot more of that stuff with you in the future. I appreciate you being here and watching and just being a friend to me. But I love how all of the decorations turned out. I didn't put a ton up there, but I think that the simplicity of it is just awesome. And I do want the shelves to still be useful, not just pure decorations. Like, I use that stuff, that cornbread cast iron. I use it, and then all of the cutting boards, the cheese grater, the sifter, and all of the stuff that are in the canisters and stuff. That is all stuff that I use. So I have just a little bit more decorating that I want to do in just a couple areas. So if you enjoyed spending time with me today, just make sure that you hit subscribe, turn the notification bells on, hit the thumbs up button, and come back and spend some more time with me. But on this night, this was a super moon, and I'm telling you, it was just absolutely amazing. We have been getting some of the most awesome moons and stars and stuff here lately, and just right there at the glass in the log cabin, you get to see that laying in bed, and it's just awesome. But anyway, love you. Keep fighting the good fight of faith, and the Lord willing, we will see you again very soon.
We got nowhere